The Night of the Doctor is a short film, which you may have seen because Doctor Who fans have done nothing but talk about it for the last 12 hours. It is the most important thing to happen to Doctor Who in at least 3 years. Probably more, given what I'm about to tell you. Why is it so important, you're asking? And who is this Doctor I don't recognise? First of all, it's Paul McGann. He played the 8th Doctor. Now, these are the things we know about Doctor Who thanks to this. First of all, he got involved late in the Time War. He was trying to avoid the war for as long as possible. He actually mentioned that he's one of the good Time Lords, which means that all the others were fighting and he was just trying to cling to that image of himself as an adventurer and not get involved. Secondly, he mentions his companions. Specifically Charlie, Kerez, Lucy, Tamsin, and Molly. He mentions those just before he, spoiler alert, regenerates. And in one fell swoop, Moffat has canonized, as in made officially law, all the Big Finish adventures. I could not be happier about this. Big Finish is absolutely amazing, and it suddenly means that the 8th Doctor is a proper Doctor now. You don't understand what this means. Big Finish have been doing audio plays for well over a decade, and they do these big monthly epic adventures with full cast and crew, and it's some of the best Doctor Who you'll ever see and hear. And the 8th Doctor got a new lease of life in the Big Finish audio adventures. He is pretty much tied for my favourite Doctor with 7 and 10. I worship the guy, and now all of a sudden his adventures aren't just like the fan fiction, headcanon, fanciful, you know, fantasies of just some people who are big fans. They're actually canon. They're canon! I cannot tell you how good this has made my day. Please, if you haven't watched it already, watch The Night of the Doctor. It's brilliant. It's so important, and the only reason they couldn't make it part of the 50th anniversary is because it specifically references stuff like Big Finish. It would alienate, you know, people who aren't familiar with that stuff. So it is the most important thing to happen to Doctor Who in, I'm gonna say it, let's say 5, 10 years. It's incredible. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I could shit. He goes back to Karn, which is the planet you see in this short. Karn was a colony world of Gallifrey, and it's basically where the Sisterhood of Karn were kind of in hiding, guarding something called the Elixir of Life. Now, the Elixir of Life is basically a secret concoction which the Time Lords had on hand, guarded by the Sisterhood, just in case they couldn't regenerate properly. It proves that my theory about pushing forward the regenerations of the Doctors is correct. Namely, the 8th Doctor regenerates into the War Doctor, John Hurt, who becomes the 9th Doctor. Then we have 10 and 11 and 12 being Eccleston, Tennant and Smith, which means that Capaldi is the final Doctor, and hopefully we get his adventures desperately trying to find more regenerations. His last words, "Physician, heal thyself," it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Moffat's actually writing a proper Doctor Who story here. Also, in a comforting turn, it does, of course, imply that he hopes, once the war is over, he is going to get his shit back into his horse. Which is quite the image, but you see what I'm saying. Thank you so much for watching. You're all wonderful. The 23rd is going to be amazing. I know we're all big One Direction fans, so let's hope the boys get their act together in time.